What's up, traders? Welcome back to $50 to Funded. This is week 6, and we're up about 7.5%, our biggest money-making week so far. Super proud of the discipline this week, so let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into the spreadsheet. Alright, let's break down the spreadsheet for week 6. Our first trade was KALA, a $5.82 gain. It was the pre-market gapped beautifully. There was a clean VWAP EMA alignment. The RSI was strong, so I took the entry and right when everything lined up. And honestly, this might have been my cleanest execution yet. I held for about 20 seconds and sold perfectly at the top of the micro push. It was a textbook scalp. So the second trade, well, yeah, it was a choppy market. The volume was pretty weak and I probably shouldn't have taken it. I held for over 40 seconds hoping for a follow through, but momentum completely died. It was a small loss and I moved on. December 3rd trade was VRAX. It was pure FOMO. I saw it moving, saw setup forming, and jumped in even though the conditions weren't amazing. Luckily, I didn't get punished, but realistically, this should have been a no trade day. Good reminder to stick to the A+ setups only. The next trade was KALA again, with the clean pre-market gap. There was great patience on this one. I held for about a minute, but I exited early instead of following the MACD cross. Still a great trade, but next time I need to trust the full strategy. The final trade was INHD. This was probably my best rule follow trade ever. It was a perfect entry, perfect patience, and I sold exactly when the MACD leveled off. Zero emotion, just textbook strategy execution. This is the type of discipline that scales. Our week total is $15.52, our biggest week so far. Let's move on to the charts. So the first trade of the week was on December 1st. It was KALA. And I bought in pretty much right as market opened. And yeah, I sold up right about the top. And so you couldn't get much better than that, for a small scalp. And it was one of the biggest trades of the whole account so far. And yeah, I can't complain about it. On to the next one. So the second trade of the week was PLRZ, and this was a loss, unfortunately. I saw it cross the VWAP right here, and the RSI was looking pretty good. And it looked like the bulls were starting to become in control while we had the MACD crossing slightly. And yeah, but it just popped up a little bit, so we decided to buy in. And yeah, we held, and I don't know. There just wasn't too much support, I guess. I think it was going sideways. I should have noticed that. But, it's okay. It was a small loss compared to the rest of the week. And on to the next trade. Our third trade of the week was VRAX. And honestly, it was just like Tuesday's trade. I should have learned, honestly. But, yeah, we barely saw any confirmation crossing the VWAP. And I think I'm going to start waiting for it to close now before I buy in. And, yeah, there was barely any support at all. And yeah, so it popped up a little bit, which was good. I was like, oh yeah, it's going to be a great trade. And no, we ended up breaking even, which is okay. It was definitely a FOMO, but that's okay. On to the next trade. So the fourth trade of the week was KALA, again. And it was honestly a great trade. Probably one of the best ones I've ever done. It was a mixture of selling when I'm supposed to and then selling out of fear. But so we bought in as soon as we saw this EMA and crossing and the VWAP line, obviously with the good RSI and everything. And it was like a perfect entrance. And yeah, so we sold about up here, I think. And no, it was actually on the same candle. So we sold right here. And we could have made a lot more, actually, if we would have held in. It was like, oh, I'm up this much money. I got to get out again kind of thing. But it was also because we just started leveling off a bit. And honestly, it wasn't too bad, but we're getting better with our, old me would have sold here, but we actually pushed up here, which is pretty good. On to the final trade. Our final trade of the week was probably the best trade I've ever done. So honestly, I didn't even know if I would have taken a trade because I usually like taking trades in between 9:33 and 9:40, and it was 9:41 when we started taking it, which is okay. Just most of my trades aren't after 9:40 for no particular reason. I just usually have to go around that time. So I found this trade, and honestly, it was perfect. Everything just set up perfectly. I bought in perfectly, and I sold perfectly too. I sold right when I noticed that the MACD was starting to level off, which usually means it's gonna be bearish. And look at that. started falling down. So we went up, and we could have like held a little bit more, but honestly, like, it's better to be safer than sorry, especially when following your rules. I'm really proud of this trade, and yeah, we're getting better, which is amazing. This is exactly what we want to see, is improvement in the psychology and improvement in our strategy. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's recap. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. This is what we're up to now. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Peace.